Welcome to ESI Africa Insights. Today, I'm in conversation with the Chief Executive Officer of Gautrain Management Agency, Mr. Tshepo Kgobe. How are you doing today?
I'm doing well, Mediasi, and thank you for having me.
It's a pleasure to be with you. So let's jump straight into it. I just wanted to understand Gautrain Management Agency, broadly speaking. What are you doing? How are you positioning yourself as a management agency?
Originally, the management agency was set up to execute the project and manage it. With time, we found that the agency has built up quite a lot of know-how and capability and competency in the fields of consultancy, in the fields of project management, and we build our own software. We actually have a licensing center. So we're seen as an agency that actually is there to be able to rescue a lot of projects that are either in trouble or they're non-starters. And therefore, we're repositioning ourselves to be a group of companies. So ultimately, the name will change. The acronym will remain the same. We will remain a management agency, but with a much wider brief than just the Gautrain alone. We have a licensing agency that forms part of the company now. We have a property company. Originally, when the Gautrain was built, the property developments around the Gautrain were actually done by other people or by the private sector. In the next advent of the Gautrain, we're going to be building ourselves. We also have a few stations that are still sterile at this point in time, and we're taking on the land. So the property company will serve a big part of that. We are very good at developing software. For instance, at this point in time, the tender system that is used within Gauteng government agencies was actually developed by us, and it was developed by us from scratch. We couldn't find anything that could actually comply to the requirements and the governance requirements by PFMA. Everything needed to be adapted, so we chose to build ours from scratch, and we've tested it now with the big tender for Gautrain, the new concession agreement, and it functions very well.
So is this not going to divert you from your core mandate as a railway operator? I just wanted to understand this.
No, it doesn't do that. In essence, what the first thing that we say when we look at the change is the rail mandate should remain as it is. The core product that is the train is actually what enables the rest of the business. It is not the other way around. And in essence, even when devolution does occur and we take on the likes of Prasa and Gauteng and all of that, and we are responsible for building the Limpopo rail line. We will not change. Our mandate still stays called to be rail.
But you're just broadening the scope.
We just broaden the scope.
Okay, so my final question to you now is, what are some of your short to medium term goals? What are you planning? What can we expect from Gauteng Management Agency?
So immediately now, the biggest challenge that we have is for us to resolve the licensing agency issue. And I'll tell you why it's a big issue. With the collapse of the South African Post Office, it means that areas where outlets where people could actually be able to renew their driver's license, renew their motor vehicle licenses, there's going to be fewer saving points. And what we've taken on immediately now is us making sure that we roll out new state-of-the-art digital driver's license and testing centers and agencies for motor vehicle registration. And that in itself, we look at it at probably it will bring in close to R1 billion within a 2-year horizon. And beyond that, then we will take it over in full to be able to be doing in 3 years' time about R7.5 billion.
You know what? I really love your thinking and the direction that you are taking the agents towards, because sustainability is a big thing. I think you have good plans and initiatives to keep the agency running. Thank you very much for your time today. If you enjoyed this conversation, please like it, subscribe to ESI Africa, and continue the conversation.